The struggles of a homeless teen. In the bustling heart of the city, where skyscrapers kissed the clouds and neon lights flickered like stars, there existed a world hidden from the glitz and glamour, the world of homelessness. Among those who navigated this harsh reality was a 16-year-old boy named Alex. With tousled hair and clothes that had seen better days, Alex was a ghost in the city, often overlooked by hurried passers-by who were too consumed by their own lives to notice him. A life of hardship. Alex's journey into homelessness began 2 years prior, when his mother fell ill. A single parent, she had worked tirelessly to provide for them both, but medical bills piled up like insurmountable mountains. When she could no longer work, their small apartment became a burden they could no longer afford. After months of struggling to make ends meet, they were evicted. With nowhere to go, Alex found himself on the streets, forced to fend for himself. The first few nights were terrifying. The sounds of the city that once felt vibrant now echoed with danger. He learned quickly how to find safe spots to sleep, parks during the day and abandoned buildings at night. But safety was a luxury he could rarely afford. Hunger gnawed at him constantly. He often rummaged through trash cans for scraps, or relied on the kindness of strangers who occasionally offered him food. A glimmer of hope. Despite his circumstances, Alex held on to hope. He was determined not to let his situation define him. He frequented a local library where he immersed himself in books about survival, resilience, and dreams. Each story fueled his desire for a better life. A life where he wouldn't have to worry about where his next meal would come from, or whether he would have a roof over his head. One day, while reading about famous inventors and their struggles, Alex stumbled upon a quote that resonated deeply within him. "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." This quote became his mantra. He started jotting down his thoughts and dreams in a tattered notebook he found in one of the library's donation bins. The daily struggle. Every morning was a battle against hunger and despair. Alex would wake up early to avoid the prying eyes of those who might judge him. He would wash up in public restrooms and wear his few belongings with pride, despite their worn-out condition. His days were spent searching for odd jobs, mowing lawns, washing cars, or anything that could earn him a few dollars. But as days turned into weeks and weeks into months, finding consistent work proved difficult. The stigma surrounding homelessness often made people reluctant to hire someone who looked like he had fallen on hard times. Yet Alex remained undeterred. He believed that every small effort brought him one step closer to his dreams. The encounter at the restaurant one chilly evening in late autumn, as leaves danced down from trees like confetti celebrating change, Alex found himself wandering near a quaint little restaurant called The Corner Table. The warm glow spilling from its windows beckoned him like a siren's call. The smell of freshly baked bread and simmering soups wafted through the air, wrapping around him like an embrace. His stomach growled loudly, a reminder of how long it had been since he had eaten anything substantial. As he stood outside watching families gather around tables filled with laughter and warmth, he felt an overwhelming sense of longing wash over him. Would it be so wrong to ask for just a little food? Would they turn him away? With uncertainty swirling in his mind, Alex took a deep breath and approached the entrance. The bell above the door chimed softly as he stepped inside, instantly greeted by the rich aroma of home-cooked meals and the sound of cheerful chatter. Taking a leap of faith. He hesitated at first, lingering near the entrance as patrons enjoyed their meals oblivious to his presence. But then he spotted an elderly couple sharing a dessert, a chocolate cake that looked decadent and inviting. His heart raced. It was moments like these that reminded him of happier times spent with his mother, before everything changed. Gathering all his courage, Alex walked up to the counter, where an older man with kind eyes stood behind the register. "Excuse me," Alex stammered, feeling vulnerable but determined. "I'm really hungry. I was wondering if you could spare some food." The man paused for a moment, studying Alex's face as if trying to read his story written in his tired eyes. Just then, another employee, a young woman with bright red hair, looked over from the kitchen where she was plating dishes. "What do you want?" she asked bluntly, but without malice. I just need something to eat," Alex replied quietly. A moment of decision. The older man exchanged glances with the woman before turning back to Alex with an expression that mixed concern with curiosity. "We don't usually give out free meals," he said slowly. "But tell me your name." "Alex," he replied softly. "All right, Alex," said the man after a moment's thought. "Let's see what we can do." As relief washed over him like warm sunlight breaking through clouds after a storm, Alex felt an unexpected wave of gratitude towards this stranger who seemed willing to help him in his time of need. The encounter. The warm welcome. As Alex stood at the counter, his heart raced with a mixture of hope and anxiety. The older man, whose name Alex would soon learn was Mr. Thompson, motioned for him to wait a moment. He turned to the kitchen, where the young woman with bright red hair was busy preparing meals. "Jess, can you whip up something quick for our friend here?" Mr. Thompson called out. "Sure thing," Jess replied with a smile that lit up her face. She quickly grabbed a plate and began assembling a meal that made Alex's mouth water: grilled chicken, mashed potatoes, and a side of steamed vegetables. The aroma filled the air, drawing attention from other patrons who glanced over curiously. Alex couldn't believe what was happening. He had expected to be turned away or met with disdain, yet here he was, being offered a meal that looked fit for royalty. As Jess placed the plate in front of him, he felt tears prick at the corners of his eyes. "Thank you," he whispered, overwhelmed by gratitude. A moment of connection. Mr. Thompson leaned against the counter, observing Alex as he dug into the food with fervor. "You must be really hungry," he said with a chuckle. Alex nodded, not bothering to hide his embarrassment at how ravenous he felt. "I haven't eaten much in days," he admitted between bites. "Where are you staying?" Mr. Thompson asked gently, his tone shifting from casual to concerned. Alex hesitated. He had learned to guard his story closely, but something about Mr. Thompson's kind demeanor made him feel safe enough to share. "I don't have a home right now," he finally confessed. "I've been sleeping in parks and shelters." Mr. Thompson's expression softened further as he listened intently. "That's tough for anyone, especially someone your age," he said quietly. A new opportunity. As they spoke, Jess returned from the kitchen carrying a steaming cup of hot cocoa topped with whipped cream. "Here's something sweet to go with your meal," she said cheerfully, placing it in front of Alex. "Thank you so much," Alex replied, feeling warmth spread through him, not just from the food but from the kindness being shown to him. Mr. Thompson continued to engage Alex in conversation, asking about his interests and dreams. "What do you want to do when you grow up?" he inquired. "I've always wanted to be an engineer," Alex said, surprising even himself with his honesty. "I love building things and figuring out how they work." "An engineer? That's impressive," Mr. Thompson exclaimed. "You know, I used to work in construction before opening this restaurant. If you're interested in that field, I could help you find some resources or even internships." A spark of hope. Alex's heart raced at the thought of having someone believe in him again after so long. "Really? You would do that?" he asked incredulously. "Of course," Mr. Thompson replied with a warm smile. "Everyone deserves a chance to pursue their dreams. You just need someone to help guide you along the way." In that moment, something shifted within Alex. For so long he had felt invisible, like a shadow drifting through life without purpose or direction. But here was someone offering him not just food, but hope and support. The power of kindness. As they continued talking over dinner, Alex learned more about Mr. Thompson's journey, how he had faced challenges of his own, before finding success as a restaurant owner. He shared stories of struggles and triumphs that resonated deeply with Alex. "You see," Mr. Thompson said thoughtfully, "life is full of ups and downs for everyone. What matters is how we respond to those challenges and who we choose to help along the way." Jess chimed in with her own experiences, how she had once volunteered at shelters and seen firsthand the impact small acts of kindness could have on people's lives. "I remember one time I helped serve meals at a shelter," she recalled fondly. "There was this little girl who came in looking so lost and scared, but when we gave her a warm meal and some clothes, her face lit up like it was Christmas morning." A decision made. As Alex listened to their stories, he felt inspired by their compassion and resilience. He realized that while his situation seemed dire, it didn't have to define him forever. There were people willing to extend their hands if only he dared to reach out. After finishing his meal, each bite tasting like a slice of heaven, Alex looked up at Mr. Thompson with newfound determination in his eyes. "I want to change my life," he declared firmly. "I believe you can," Mr. Thompson replied sincerely. "But it starts with taking small steps every day." Alex nodded vigorously. He was ready to take those steps. An unexpected offer. As they wrapped up their conversation, Mr. Thompson leaned closer and lowered his voice slightly as if sharing a secret meant only for Alex's ears. "How about this? If you're willing to help out around here after school or on weekends, I can offer you some work. Nothing too demanding at first, but it will give you some experience and help you earn a little money." The offer took Alex by surprise. It was more than he had ever hoped for in one evening. "Are you serious?" he asked incredulously. "Absolutely," Mr. Thompson replied with conviction. "And who knows? You might even learn something about running a business along the way." A new chapter begins with tears brimming in his eyes once more, this time from joy. Alex couldn't find the words to express his gratitude adequately. Instead, he simply nodded vigorously again and managed a heartfelt, "Thank you." As he left the corner table that night, his stomach full and heart even fuller, he felt like a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. For the first time in what felt like ages, there was a flicker of hope, lighting up the darkness that had surrounded him for so long. Walking back through the city streets, illuminated by streetlights shimmering like stars above him, Alex thought about what lay ahead, the challenges still waiting for him, but now accompanied by possibilities he had never imagined before. The turning point. A new beginning. The following morning, Alex awoke with a sense of excitement that felt foreign yet exhilarating. He had spent the night in a nearby shelter, but the warmth of the food and kindness he had experienced at the corner table lingered in his mind. Today marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life. After a quick breakfast of toast and jam, Alex made his way to the restaurant, his heart pounding with anticipation. As he approached the familiar entrance, he took a deep breath, reminding himself of Mr. Thompson's words. Small steps every day. First day on the job. Upon entering, Alex was greeted by the comforting aroma of freshly brewed coffee and baked goods. Jess was already busy behind the counter, arranging pastries for display. She looked up and smiled brightly when she saw him. "Hey, Alex, ready for your first day?" she asked enthusiastically. "Yeah, I can't wait," he replied, feeling a surge of determination. Mr. Thompson appeared from the kitchen, wiping his hands on a towel. "Good morning, Alex. Let's get you started," he said warmly. He handed Alex a simple apron and showed him around the restaurant, explaining different areas, where ingredients were stored, how to set tables, and basic cleaning tasks. Learning the ropes, Alex quickly fell into a rhythm as he began helping out. His first task was to wash dishes, a job that seemed mundane but felt significant to him. With each plate he scrubbed clean, he felt a sense of purpose. He was contributing to something bigger than himself. As the day progressed, Alex learned how to take orders from customers and serve food. Though he was nervous at first, Jess guided him patiently through each step. "Just be yourself," she encouraged. "People appreciate honesty and kindness." During lunch rush hour, Alex experienced the bustling energy of the restaurant firsthand. Customers filled every table, laughter mingling with the clinking of cutlery and the sizzling sounds from the kitchen. It was chaotic, yet invigorating. Building relationships. Throughout his shifts, Alex began to form connections with both staff and regular customers. Mr. Thompson often shared stories from his own life, imparting wisdom about hard work and perseverance. Jess became a close friend. They shared laughs during quieter moments and exchanged stories about their dreams. One afternoon, while cleaning tables after lunch service, Alex met an elderly man named Mr. Jenkins, who frequented the restaurant. With a twinkle in his eye, Mr. Jenkins struck up conversations with Alex whenever he visited. "You remind me of myself when I was young," Mr. Jenkins said one day, as they chatted over coffee. "I had big dreams, too. Wanted to be an architect, but ended up in finance instead. Really." "What happened?" Alex asked curiously. "I got sidetracked by life's responsibilities," Mr. Jenkins replied thoughtfully. "But it's never too late to pursue your passions." Inspiration strikes. Those words resonated deeply with Alex as he reflected on his own aspirations of becoming an engineer. He realized that despite his current circumstances, it was still possible to chase after his dreams if he remained focused and determined. With each passing day at the corner table, Alex grew more confident in himself and his abilities. He began saving money from his small paychecks while also taking advantage of every opportunity to learn, whether it was about cooking techniques or customer service skills. The importance of education. One evening after work, as Alex sat in a corner booth reviewing some math problems from a book he had borrowed from the library, Mr. Thompson approached him with an approving smile. "Studying hard there?" he asked playfully. "Trying to get better at math," Alex admitted sheepishly. "It's important for engineering." Mr. Thompson nodded thoughtfully before sitting down across from him. "You know, if you ever need help with your studies or want someone to quiz you, I'd be happy to assist," he offered genuinely. "Really? That would be amazing," Alex exclaimed, feeling grateful for Mr. Thompson's support. A mentor's guidance. Over the next few weeks, Mr. Thompson became not just an employer, but also a mentor for Alex. They would meet after hours when the restaurant quieted down. Mr. Thompson would help him work through challenging math problems while sharing insights about running a business and life lessons learned along the way. One evening after finishing their session on algebraic equations, Mr. Thompson leaned back in his chair and said, "You have great potential, Alex. Just remember that education is key. It opens doors you never knew existed." Alex absorbed every word. It felt like someone was finally believing in him again after so long. Facing challenges. However, not every day was easy for Alex. There were moments when self-doubt crept in, especially during particularly busy shifts when mistakes were made or customers were unhappy with their orders. One night during dinner service, chaos erupted when a large party arrived unexpectedly, without reservations. The kitchen struggled to keep up with orders while servers rushed around trying to accommodate everyone at once. In the midst of this frenzy, Alex accidentally dropped a tray full of drinks. Ice-cold soda splashed everywhere as glasses shattered on the floor. Feeling mortified and defeated, he crouched down to clean up the mess while fighting back tears of frustration. Supportive colleagues. But before he could spiral into despair, Jess knelt beside him with a reassuring smile. "Hey, it happens to everyone," she said gently, as she helped him pick up broken glass pieces carefully. Mr. Thompson appeared moments later with a calm demeanor despite the chaos surrounding them. "Alex, don't worry about it. It's just part of learning," he said firmly but kindly. With their support lifting him up again like a buoy in stormy seas, Alex took a deep breath and stood tall once more, as they finished cleaning together before jumping back into action. Finding resilience. That incident taught Alex an invaluable lesson about resilience. Mistakes were not failures, but rather opportunities for growth, if one chose to learn from them, rather than dwell on them negatively. As weeks turned into months at the corner table, Alex continued honing both his skills and confidence while building relationships that felt like family bonds, rather than mere acquaintanceship among coworkers. A glimpse into his future. One evening after closing time, when everything settled down around them, like gentle waves lapping against shorelines under moonlight skies outside their windowed walls, the restaurant glowed warmly inside. A thought struck Alex suddenly as he gazed out at city lights twinkling beyond glass panes. What if I could combine my love for engineering with this place? He turned toward Mr. Thompson excitedly. What if we could create something special here? Like an outdoor patio or an extension? Mr. Thompson raised an eyebrow, intrigued by this idea, sparking within young minds eager for innovation. That sounds promising. Let's brainstorm together sometime. With newfound inspiration igniting within him once more, Alex envisioned possibilities beyond just survival. Now there lay potential paths leading toward brighter futures filled with creativity, waiting patiently ahead, the transformation journey. A vision takes shape. As the weeks rolled on at the corner table, Alex's vision for an outdoor patio began to take shape in his mind. He spent his evenings sketching designs in his notebook, combining elements he had seen in other restaurants with his own creative flair. The idea of creating a space where families could gather, enjoy meals outside, and soak in the vibrant atmosphere of the city excited him. One evening after closing, he approached Mr. Thompson with his sketches. "I've been thinking about the patio idea we talked about," Alex said, his voice filled with enthusiasm. "I drew some designs and thought we could make it a cozy place for customers." Mr. Thompson studied the sketches carefully, nodding as he flipped through the pages. "These are impressive. Alex, you've got a real knack for design," he praised. "Let's sit down and discuss how we can bring this vision to life." Planning and preparation. Over the next few weeks, they met regularly to refine the plans. Mr. Thompson shared insights about budgeting, sourcing materials, and obtaining permits. Lessons that were invaluable for Alex as he learned about the practical side of running a business. "Remember," Mr. Thompson advised one day, "it's not just about having a great idea, it's about executing it well. We need to think through every detail." Alex absorbed every piece of advice like a sponge. He began researching outdoor furniture options, landscaping ideas, and even how to create a welcoming atmosphere with lighting and decor. The more he learned, the more passionate he became about making the patio a reality. Gathering support. As their plans progressed, Alex realized that this project would require more than just their efforts. They would need support from the community. Inspired by this realization, he decided to organize a small fundraising event at the restaurant to gather resources for the patio construction. "Let's host a community night, where people can come in for special deals and donate towards the patio project," Alex suggested to Mr. Thompson and Jess one afternoon. "That's a fantastic idea," Jess exclaimed. "We can promote it on social media and invite our regulars." With their encouragement, Alex set to work planning the event. He created flyers, reached out to local businesses for donations, such as food items or services, and even designed a special menu featuring dishes that would be available only during community night. The night of the event. The night of the event arrived with an air of excitement buzzing throughout the corner table. The restaurant was decorated with colorful banners promoting the fundraiser, and tables were set up outside to accommodate guests who wanted to enjoy their meals al fresco. As customers began to arrive, Alex felt a mix of nerves and exhilaration. He greeted patrons at the door, sharing his vision for the patio and inviting them to contribute if they could. "Every little bit helps us create a space where families can gather," he explained passionately. The atmosphere was lively, as people enjoyed their meals while chatting with friends and family. Laughter echoed through the restaurant as Jess served up delicious food, while Mr. Thompson floated around engaging with guests. A heartwarming surprise. As the evening progressed, something unexpected happened. Alex noticed several regular customers approaching him with donations far exceeding what he had anticipated. One couple who had dined at the corner table regularly handed him an envelope filled with cash. "We believe in your vision, Alex," they said warmly. "This is our contribution to help make it happen." Another patron offered gift cards from local businesses that could be used for supplies or services related to construction. Moved by their generosity and support from people who believed in him, tears welled up in Alex's eyes as he realized how much this community cared about him and how they were willing to invest in his dreams. A moment of reflection. Later that night, after all guests had left and cleanup was underway, a sense of accomplishment washed over Alex as he counted up donations alongside Mr. Thompson. "We raised enough funds to get started." "Absolutely," Mr. Thompson replied proudly, patting him on the back. "You did an incredible job organizing this event." Feeling invigorated by their success together, they both took a moment outside under starry skies, reflecting upon how far they'd come. Since that first encounter just months ago, when Alex had walked into their lives asking for help. Breaking ground. With funds secured from Community Night, along with additional contributions from Mr. Thompson himself, the next step was breaking ground on the patio project. Alex felt exhilarated as they gathered materials: wooden planks for decking, vibrant flowers, string lights that twinkled like stars above them. Everything began coming together beautifully. Under Mr. Thompson's guidance, Alex learned how to use tools effectively while also understanding safety protocols involved in construction work too. Each day brought new challenges but also new skills acquired along this journey toward achieving his dream. Overcoming obstacles. However, not everything went smoothly during construction either. There were moments when weather conditions delayed progress. Unexpected expenses arose requiring adjustments made along budget lines. Sometimes even disagreements occurred among crew members about design choices. But through it all, Alex remained steadfast focused on keeping morale high among workers, reminding everyone why they were there. To create something special together. One particularly rainy day threatened progress when spirits seemed low. Yet instead of succumbing negativity, Alex organized an impromptu brainstorming session inside, where everyone could share ideas over hot cocoa while discussing solutions together. A sense of accomplishment. Their camaraderie grew stronger as they tackled each obstacle head-on. Their collective determination, fueled by shared purpose, brought forth creativity, leading toward innovative solutions. Finally, the day arrived when construction was complete. Standing back, admiring what they'd built together, an inviting outdoor patio adorned with colorful flowers, cozy seating arrangements, twinkling lights overhead casting warm glows against twilight skies. It felt surreal, seeing dreams materialize before their eyes. Alex couldn't help but smile widely, feeling immense pride knowing this space would soon welcome families gathering around tables, sharing meals, creating memories together, a testament not only reflecting hard work, but also love poured into every detail a long way. The grand opening. With everything ready, the grand opening was set. They decided on another community night celebration, inviting all patrons back again so everyone could experience new outdoor dining area firsthand. Excitement buzzed through air leading up toward event day. Flyers circulated throughout local businesses promoting occasion, while social media posts garnered attention, drawing crowds eager to see what had been accomplished. On opening night, the atmosphere buzzed vibrantly filled laughter, mingling scents, delicious dishes wafting through air. Families gathered outside enjoying meals together under twinkling lights, creating magical ambiance, reminiscent fairy tales told long ago. As guests arrived, Alex welcomed each one personally, sharing stories behind inspiration, driving creation behind patio itself. People expressed admiration, praising beauty surrounding them, complimenting ambiance created within space, designed specifically foster connection among diners. A heartfelt speech toward end evening. Mr. Thompson called everyone's attention, raising glass-filled sparkling cider standing beside Alex, who felt overwhelmed. Gratitude washed over him once again, realizing how far he'd come since first walking into restaurants seeking help months prior. "I want to thank you all for being here tonight celebrating this special moment with us." Mr. Thompson began speaking passionately, addressing crowd gathered before him. "This patio symbolizes not just hard work put forth by our team, but also community spirit supporting young dreamers like Alex." Cheers erupted from crowd encouragingly, as faces lit up, joyfully celebrating accomplishments achieved together. "And let me tell you something," Mr. Thompson continued, smiling broadly, looking directly at Alex. "This young man has shown incredible resilience, determination throughout journey. It inspires us all." Feeling warmth enveloping him like an embrace from loved ones, Alex stood there humbled by kind words, spoken acknowledging everyone who believed in him along the way, helping shape a future brighter than ever imagined. Possible before now. A new chapter. The grand opening of the outdoor patio was a resounding success. The atmosphere was electric, filled with laughter, chatter, and the clinking of glasses as families and friends gathered to celebrate. Alex felt a profound sense of belonging as he watched people enjoy the space they had worked so hard to create. As the evening wore on, he moved from table to table, engaging with guests and sharing stories about the inspiration behind the patio. "We wanted to create a space where families could come together," he explained to one couple. "It's about building community." The couple smiled warmly. "You've done a fantastic job. This place feels so inviting," they said. Alex beamed with pride. Their words validated all the hard work and effort that had gone into making this dream a reality. Reflecting on growth. In the days that followed, Alex found himself reflecting on how much he had changed since that fateful day when he first walked into the corner table. He remembered his struggles with homelessness, the fear of rejection, and the overwhelming sense of loneliness that had once consumed him. Now, he was part of something meaningful, a community that believed in him. Mr. Thompson continued to mentor Alex, encouraging him to take on more responsibilities at the restaurant. "You've shown great leadership skills during this project," he said one day. "I think it's time for you to take charge of some new initiatives." "What do you mean?" Alex asked, intrigued. "I'd like you to help manage events here at the restaurant, planning special nights, coordinating with local businesses for partnerships," Mr. Thompson explained. "You have a vision, and I want you to bring it to life." Embracing new challenges. Excited yet nervous about this new opportunity, Alex accepted the challenge wholeheartedly. He began brainstorming ideas for themed nights, like trivia evenings, family game nights, and even cooking classes, where guests could learn how to make some of their favorite dishes from the menu. As he dove into planning these events, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. He reached out to local schools and community centers to promote these activities, eager to bring people together in fun and engaging ways. One evening, while brainstorming ideas with Jess over coffee after closing time, she suggested, "Why not host a community cook-off where local chefs can compete? It would draw in crowds and showcase our restaurant." "That's brilliant," Alex exclaimed. "We could even partner with local charities, donating a portion of proceeds to help those in need." Building connections. With Jess's help, Alex organized the first community cook-off event. They reached out to local chefs and home cooks, inviting them to participate in a friendly competition that would highlight their culinary skills while benefiting a good cause. As word spread about the event, through social media and flyers posted around town, excitement grew within the community. Many people expressed interest in attending, not just for the food, but also for the chance to support local talent while contributing toward charitable efforts. On the day of the cook-off, the corner table buzzed with energy as participants set up their cooking stations outside on the patio. The smell of spices wafted through the air as guests mingled and sampled dishes prepared by talented chefs. A sense of community. Throughout the event, Alex moved among guests and competitors alike, sharing stories about each dish being prepared while encouraging everyone involved. The camaraderie among participants created an atmosphere filled with joy and excitement. Laughter echoed across tables laden with delicious food. As judges tasted each dish, deliberating over flavors presented before them, Alex took a moment to step back from all hustle-bustle surrounding him, gazing out toward crowd gathered enjoying festivities. It struck him how far he'd come since first walking into this very restaurant seeking help months ago. He felt grateful not only for opportunities presented before him, but also for support received a long way from individuals who believed in him when he needed it most. A heartfelt moment. At the end of the cook-off, a winner was declared amidst cheers from attendees celebrating culinary talents showcased throughout day. But more importantly, Alex took this moment as an opportunity to address everyone gathered outside under twinkling lights illuminating patio. "Thank you all for being here today," he began, passionately speaking into microphone handed over by Mr. Thompson, standing proudly beside him. "This event isn't just about food. It's about community coming together, supporting one another." The crowd erupted into applause as Alex continued. "I want you all to know that every dish served today represents not only creativity, but also heart behind each chef's passion. And together, we're making a difference." A ripple effect. As applause faded away, Alex felt overwhelmed gratitude wash over him once again, realizing impact their efforts had created within community itself. People were not only enjoying good food, but also connecting deeper through shared experiences, fostering bonds stronger than ever before. In weeks following cook-off, the corner table became known not just for its delicious meals, but also as hub where locals gathered regularly, fostering friendships built upon shared passions. Continuing education. Amidst all these new responsibilities at work, Alex remained committed toward education too. He enrolled in online courses focusing on engineering principles while balancing job responsibilities alongside event planning duties at restaurant. With support from Mr. Thompson, who often checked up on progress, encouraging him stay focused despite challenges faced along the way, Alex found himself thriving academically as well. One afternoon, while studying math problems again over coffee at restaurant, Jess joined him, excitedly sharing news about upcoming scholarship opportunities available for students pursuing engineering degrees. "You should apply," she urged enthusiastically. "You've worked so hard. You deserve this chance." Taking action. Feeling inspired by her words, Alex spent hours researching scholarship requirements, preparing applications meticulously detailing journey thus far, including challenges overcome along the way, showcasing resilience, determination, driving him forward toward future goals. Weeks passed, filled anticipation waiting responses back regarding applications submitted. During this time, he continued working diligently, balancing both job responsibilities alongside studies. Finally, the day arrived when email notifications began flooding inbox revealing results regarding scholarships applied for. Heart racing, he opened first email, holding breath, praying silently, hoping for good news. And then it came. The subject line read, "Congratulations, you've been awarded a scholarship." Overwhelmed joy surged through him as tears streamed down cheeks, realizing how far he'd come since those dark days spent wandering streets alone, feeling lost without hope. A new path forward. With scholarship secured, it opened doors toward pursuing engineering degree, allowing Alex take next steps forward toward achieving lifelong dream. He felt invigorated knowing this opportunity would allow him gain knowledge skills necessary to succeed within field chosen. As summer approached, he prepared mentally ready to embark upon new journey ahead, balancing work alongside studies while continuing contribute positively within community surrounding him. Giving back. Inspired by kindness shown throughout journey thus far, Alex made it his mission give back whenever possible. He began volunteering at local shelters, helping serve meals, offering support those experiencing hardships, similar ones faced previously himself. During these experiences, he connected deeply with individuals, sharing stories, inspiring each other, fostering sense, hope, resilience among them, reminding everyone that no matter how tough life gets, they're never truly alone. One afternoon, while serving meals at shelter, a young girl approached him shyly, asking if she could help out too. Touched by her eagerness, wanting to make difference despite own struggles faced daily, Alex welcomed her warmly, encouraging her join, alongside others serving meals together, creating bonds built upon compassion, understanding, shared experiences. A full circle moment. Months passed quickly, filled laughter, joy surrounding both restaurant thriving alongside newfound friendships forged within community, strengthened bonds formed through shared experiences, uplifting spirits among all involved. Then came another milestone moment, when Alex stood before a crowd, gathered once again outside patio, during special event, celebrating achievements made throughout year, honoring contributions made by everyone involved, creating positive change within lives around them. I want to thank each one of you here tonight. He began addressing audience filled with familiar faces gathered around tables, enjoying food laughter echoing through air. Together, we've built something beautiful, a community where kindness flourishes. Cheers erupted once again as Alex continued sharing heartfelt gratitude, acknowledging support received along journey, reminding everyone present that together they could achieve greatness beyond imagination if they chose. Believe themselves. Looking ahead. As night wore on, surrounded by friends, family celebrating accomplishments achieved together, the future looked bright ahead, filled endless possibilities, waiting patiently just beyond horizon, beckoning them forward toward new adventures, yet unfold beneath starlit skies shining brightly above. With dreams firmly rooted deep within heart driving every step taken a long way, Alex knew this was just beginning. Journey ahead, filled hope, promise awaiting discovery, leading toward brighter tomorrows, waiting patiently just beyond reach, guiding paths forward, illuminating lives touched forevermore by kindness, love shared throughout community. Built upon resilience, determination, inspiring others. Follow suit too.